Hello YouTubers and welcome back to DraftHero. Again, our goal here is we want to take a free-to-play account and see if we can get Mythic and Limited and not grind incessantly at Standard. I may have to grind incessantly at Standard, but I certainly don't want to. So far the journey has been going well. This is our first draft with a new free draft token for Kaladesh. Let's see how that goes for us today. Enjoy the draft. All right, good old Kaladesh Remastered. What is our best card here? It might be Chandra's Revolution. It might also be Quicksmith Genius. I remember getting some value off of this. Appetite for Unnatural is pretty reasonable too. I think I'm going to start with the Genius and see where we go. This doesn't commit us to red. How are you feeling, Reed, the nicotine? A little bit better than I was before, Rocky. Which is something. Like, people told me I'd start feeling normal by Monday. I wouldn't say I quite feel normal yet, but I feel better than I did. So we're coming on, what, 5 days? And I'm feeling better. It's still something that I think about and that kind of weighs on me a little bit, but I think we'll get there. And I think the free drafts are a good thing too. That's kind of what inspired this series. Because like right now we're at around 2,000 gems. My plan is to play Kaladesh until we lose one basically. And then try to bank as many gems and quests as I can for Ikoria and see if we can really make a big push there. This pack is a lot better than our last pack. I think the Servant of the Conduit is probably the best pick. But there's a lot of good cards here. I like Outland Boar, and I like Pima Outrider a lot. But this is just a 2-mana 2/2 that can potentially ramp you. And if it dies, you'll have other stuff to do with the energy. And like I said, I don't feel committed to really any of this. Renegade map is real nice fixing. Die Young is okay removal. Spire Patrol is kind of like just an okay flyer, but it's a pretty okay flyer. I think it's a good idea, Ike. I think they should give people more opportunities to draft. So the safe pick is the Renegade map. Extremely ambitious pick is the Spire Patrol. Slightly safer pick is the Die Young. I'm going to take the Spire Patrol. It doesn't go with anything we have, but I do like blue-white in this format. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. And I'll mention this again. It's been 6 years since my last cigarette. I'm actually okay there. The challenge is those nicotine lozenges. Because boy, those were nice. And I could get by on like 5 of them a day. But then I noticed I was not having 5 a day anymore. I was having closer to 10 or 12. It's like, that's a problem. We got to stop that. So Malfunction's pretty good. We could take that and be set up for basically any color to combo with blue. I also don't think Thriving Turtle was bad either. But I'll take this as like a solid removal spell. You off it all now, Calamit? That's pretty good. Mythic Ornithopters. I mean, Visionary Augmenter was quite good. Yeah, this is weird because we're basically looking at blue-white 4-drops. But these are all really good 4-drops. Well, it's 2 good 4-drops and a removal spell. Completely off it for 5 years. Congratulations. Man, these are all really good. Aether Sweeper's great. Glensleeve Artisan's great. Infiltrator's pretty good too. I think Swooper's number 1. I think nicotine is more addictive than THC, right? Graham, thank you for the Prime sub. Y'all spam some cats for Graham. Thank you very much. I appreciate the 11 months of support. I hope I can get 7 wins with it, Goblins, because we kind of need it on this account if we're going to make it to Mythic. I'm starting to wonder how I thought I could do this. That, yeah, it's an interesting series, but how exactly did you expect to get to Mythic without spending any money, Travis? Is it, because the answer may be what I'm supposed to do is just grind Constructed for 2 years, save up 1,000 bazillion gold, and then try it. I could play a trade wins. I usually like trade wins. There's another malfunction. It's a lot of expensive stuff to do. I need to take like some 2s and 3s from here, but we can do that. Well, there's the challenge of like, no matter how good you get, you can't really push your win rate that high in best of 1 matches. That Drake's actually not bad. Like, it is a drawback not to be able to block artifact creatures, but I remember this thing being okay. I think we're just doing blue-white skies, eh? Or currently, I guess, just blue skies. Like, we could pretty easily shift it into red or green. Yeah, I don't have, nor do I expect to have a win rate that high. I can't really play any of these. I have played Ice Over before, but it's not great. I suppose I'd rather play that than Metallic Rebuke in most cases. But I think if we can get at least 5 wins with this, I could consider taking it into another draft. If we like get a loss on our free one, I'm probably not going to do a lot more Kaladesh. I might just sit until Ikoria comes out. I suppose I could always draft AFR if I like that better than Kaladesh. Which I don't know that like it better is the right word. I think it's probably less swingy than Kaladesh, and I can probably get better signals. Ooh, the Aether Theorist is a nice wheel. I think Fragmentize may actually be a better card. But I like the idea of the extra energy to dump into this. Advice I give new players is that you're essentially setting yourself up for the start of the next set. For you, not needing the constructed cards, I'm genuinely curious how it plays out if when you need to play powered draft decks in ranked. I am also curious how this will play out. I have no idea. It's an interesting spot because we could use Key to the City, but the current plan we're on, our stuff should be unblockable anyway, so we shouldn't need it. The Whirler Virtuoso is kind of better than what we were doing before. So I think we take that and see if red happens to open up, because these are 2 red cards I'd be happy to play. But it looks like black was the answer. Which, cool. There you go. This is really good. I'm not. I will move into black so that we can play this right now. I probably have to pair it with blue to have enough playables. But I'm not opposed to that. Yeah, the Gearhulk looks incredibly nasty. I don't mind playing 2 Hinterland Drakes, but I'm also not incredibly excited about it. Like, the best card here is the Welding Sparks. I wonder if there's a world where I could get into Grixis stuff. Probably not, but I'm going to... Let me dream for a minute. Even the White Gear Hulk was not terrible. So this Prism is a start towards making something like this feasible. I don't mind that. Grixis seems ambitious for this account. What do you mean? We did Grixis splash green in the Amonkhet drafts. Sure, but that means you've played your Gear Hulk. You didn't win the game and they killed it. Like, if we've got enough artifacts, yeah, we can consider something like that. But having the Gear Hulk doesn't make me necessarily want one. Plunderer ain't bad either. That gives us a 2/1 flyer and additional energy production. I think realistically, I'm probably looking to do something more like this and have black be a main color. So it's time to decide if we really want to push the splash or not, because the map would allow us to push the splash. The Aether Poisoner would be like, yeah, you're main black. And I think I'd rather do that. Like, this is a solid 2-drop for black, especially if you're looking to be defensive, and I am. Subtle Strike could be a blowout, but it feels like this might be what I want. Because now all of my 2s are good. I've already got a Prism. I can probably find another map, which is enough to splash the Virtuoso and the Sparks if I want it. Peafowl was not bad either. Correct. They were all very good. Strangler was okay. Unexciting, but okay. Yeah, I don't think we're actually looking to play any of this, but we can play that if we have to. I've already got enough fixing to comfortably play 2 red cards. Wouldn't mind some extra card draw either, sure. Now we've got a little bit of a little bit of a buffer. That draft we did on the main account didn't really have a way to draw cards, didn't have a way to mitigate mana flood. Like, there was basically nothing to do there. Whereas this one at least has some card draw and some energy sinks and some cards that are going to leave us with leftover energy. Okie dokie. So we're good to go. I don't actually need that much more. I mean, I certainly am not going to say no to a busted uncommon. Rebuke not in consideration, negative, Ghost Rider. This format's too powerful. Like, there's 2 and 3 drops that will just smush you. That I generally don't want to be playing counter spells here. But Unearthed Express is not a fair magic card, so we're going to take that. We could start thinking about the Fortuitous Find now. It's probably still a bit too early to think about it. I don't love the Dragster. I also don't love the Scrounger in this particular list. But I think it's the right pick. I think we can get some use out of it. All All right, I might go for one fortuitous find now. Because we're getting close to the deck being finished, and I've got kind of everything I need. But we've got like a Scrounger, well, the Scrounger doesn't count, but we've got like 4 artifacts that I'm interested in getting back, and some creatures that can trade off early. I think I can play one of these. Oh, hello there. That's another, like, bomb-adjacent card. It's obviously not a bomb. It's not winning the game for you by itself. But it will give you so much card advantage over time that you're probably going to win. So quite happy to see Midnight Oil. I also have a fondness for that card because so many draft reviewers said it was bad, and I said it was going to be great. And by the end of the format, everybody agreed it was amazing. Map fixes our mana to the point that we can play both of these pretty happily. Gearseeker Serpent's kind of absurd, but I think I want the map. And I've got room for one more pick if I play it that way. Yeah, I don't know what people were worried about it. It says draw 2 cards a turn, and you have to play them. What else do you want to do with them? I just want to draw cards and not play them. I like holding a bunch of cards in my hand. Okay, Billy, you do that. I don't think I'm playing any of this, although I might run a Fin Hauler. I don't think I splash for the Renegade. If you need your fins hauled, he'll get it done. I don't think I need to be playing a Die Fast. We could play a Murray. I played Murray before. He's I8. Yeah, I keep looking at this like I'm trying to be thinking about sideboard cards, and I can't. I wouldn't mind one more artifact creature to make the Fortuitous Find a bit better. But I just don't really need any of these. I might run to Elephant. Could just run another Peafowl. Same Tommy, but I remember that mostly from Sealed. I don't remember doing that a lot in Draft and being terribly happy about it. I think this one came together all right, though. I could cut one of the 2 drops and play it. Actually, this Foundry's creature was pretty good for a flyer. I don't think I need 2 of these, but actually I'm pretty happy with this. Like, we're kind of aggressive flyers-ish. Yeah, this isn't better than anything we're playing. Yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with this. I think I'm pretty happy with this. So 1 mountain gives us 3, which is a little greedy. I'd like to get it to 4. Let's see how close I can get it without. Because if you think about it, the Aether Theorist, the Glimmer of Genius, and the Midnight Oil are helping us get there. Our Renegade Freighter is likely the card most people are talking about. This is terrible. I don't have enough different lands to truly express myself here. I think I'm supposed to go heavier blue than black. Which is weird. No, this deck actually wants to be a little heavier black. I've got more blue cards. I mean, that means you just play the blue and accept that some number of the times you're going to have to get black with this, and it's okay. I don't have nearly enough sleeves for this account either. But we're a draft hero. We're a draft hero. Yeah, our only doubles are black, but can we keep a hand that doesn't have a island in it? I'm not entirely convinced that we can. Right, because if you look at it, we're playing 11 blue cards, 6 black cards. All right, so update before we jump in on this first one. We are currently at 2850 gold, 3,450 gems. The gold's a little lower than you might expect because there were some stonks in the store, and I purchased said stonks. That's not a bad opener. Yeah, I'm feeling it here. Like, we did a Kaladesh draft on my main account, and it was like, whatever. I'm definitely feeling it here. I think we still lead with the 3-2 rather than the 2-1 flyer, but I could see it the other way around. Morning, Orcish. Remember Glimmer of Genius? I remember. Be a Grixis hero. That's pretty epic, Techno Shaman. This deck does not care about blocking. Which is a good thing. Well, Yanni's going to get tapped down, given the fullness of time. Is Yanni just going to get tapped down now? Yeah, I think Yanni just had a major malfunction. Sorry. I believe you're thinking of Zanfir, the master of the pan flute, which is something else entirely. It's just very nice to have the malfunction when we needs it. The Scourger has no choice. It must attack. Well, I suppose it doesn't have to, but it ain't doing nothing if we don't. Yeah, because it ain't blocking. Yeah, resolves, yo. Still rather build the board state than fire this off. Ideally, we draw another land. I can play out the Pill Bug, activate this, and then Glimmer and play the Plunderer. But it feels like if we win this game, it's likely to be through the air. Okay, so that's attacking. We just taking 7? 8, 9, 10. We'd put them to 6 and have 6 flying on board. No, we would not have 6 flying on board because I can't cast this and attack with the P-Foul. Well, that got awkward real quick, didn't it? We're going to need another turn. Can functionally get my life to 22, given the fullness of time, which would require more... Okay, never mind. We are now the defensive one. I don't have anything that could get Death Touch. This gets Lifelink. This does sort of leave me with some blocks. But the aerial responder was quite good. That's a complicated removal spell? Yeah. Okay, and this thing has to attack, right? So we can make our blocks on that. So it's basically what with the Foundry's creature do I want to trade for it? And my guess is since we're playing defensively, if I'm going to activate this, the flying would be way better than the lifelink. Like, this sucks. I don't want a 2-for-1 myself here. But I've still got reasonable blocks for everything else. I think I have to. I'm getting nervous, y'all. What color mana would I want to leave up? Probably black in case I draw the Death Toucher. Okay, that'll at least get us deeper in the cards. Hey, there's the Death Toucher I wanted. Yeah, and black would at least leave me the Scrap Heap Scrounger worst case scenario, eh? So if they want to kill the Drake, they could get an attack for 2 here. But I can probably stabilize after that. Especially drawing 2 cards a turn. I'm feeling like maybe we can get back in this. Vroom vroom. We're going to be burning the midnight oil. Bit of a nombo to have the Scrap Heap Scrounger and the Resurrect spell. At least this guy can attack next turn. They could crew the 4-4, and now they have a 4-5. I was assuming the 4-4 was going to attack me. That might be incorrect. Because if I was them, I'd attack with it. I probably got to trade it too. Sucksers. Yeah, there will be no velocity for you, bubs. We just want to stay alive and draw 2 cards a turn for a while. Like these 2 swamps. Dang it, Bobby. Well, if they were just going to draw 2 swamps, maybe I do want them drawing 2 cards. The issue of mana. This is a format that was lacking mana sinks profoundly. I functionally can't block that. And I wouldn't get that mad about it. Like, it is what it is. I would very much like to win this game, but if I don't, I'm not going to be upset. I feel like we've done what we could to try to win it. I may have to play a defensive Unearthed Express, which is somewhat unexciting, but dying is also pretty unexciting, as we've covered. They're close to just draining me to death with these stupid artifact pings. Chris!
48 is an auspicious number meaning determined to prosper or simply prosperity, which is good for business.
I'll agree with you there. Thank you for the tier 2 sub for 48 months. You were a madman, Chris. Some cat spam is in order, chat. Thank you very much, my friend. Alright, we can go ahead and pass because they're going to kill me. But, yep, I believe they saw the line. It's a good line. It's a really good line. But Dutch, that must be the one. All right, so is there a world where I'm not just dead? I don't think there is. But let's say we blocked the biggest things. Okay, I wouldn't be quite dead. I'd only be mostly dead. Which, let me tell you, still kind of sucks. I'm glad you like the idea. I'm feeling it, though, like I'm invested in these games in a way that I just wasn't before. Because, like, this sucks. I don't want to lose this. I want to win. But the Bastion Macedon. All of your life total belongs to us, and we will use it to buy energy and servos. Macedon got us. All right, so the loss is out of the way. It's okay. This is a free draft. Free draft. And Ikoria is next week. Ikoria is when we're going to vroom, vroom, vroom. I think if this is possible, it has become possible because of a couple of free drafts and Ikoria and me. Glad you got that, Semulin. A bit of a narrow reference. Okay. Doing the old submarine maneuver. Sure, I like scrying. Yeah, I like midnight oil too.
I am the cheerleader now. 3.
Thank you, sweetheart. My favorite person. Thank you for the love bits. 1 bit. And is the cheerleader. Yeah. Can't believe we traded with a nerd ape.
Oh heck no, male cheerleader hype.
Thank you for the 2 bits, Chris. Not soon enough for me, Raven. I'm not actually sure when it's out, but as soon as it is, I'm going to try to go nuts with this free-to-play account. And that's assuming we do poorly in Kaladesh. We might not do poorly in Kaladesh. We could smush Kaladesh. I wouldn't say it's looking likely right now, but we could.
Smiley face.
Bieber fan, thank you for the Prime sub. I appreciate the 3 months, my friend. Y'all spam some cats for Bieber fan. Thank you very much. I'm still trying to get into this, y'all. Yeah, I'm gonna have to find another way to kill that. Like, I'm not exactly the aggressor here. But now we have to deal with Mr. Garrison. And the good news is if they're going to play this in attack for 4, at least I can swing back for 5. And the math starts to get in our favor. But, like, I can't block. There are less decisions to worry about, yeah. Alright, you malfunctioned. You can tap it and deal 1 point of damage to me. You have figured that out. And you're very welcome to do it. But you don't have to, because I'm dealing it to myself. That's how thoughtful I am. Who needs red mana? See, Gremlin was pretty good in this format. They can if they can get the garrison crewed. I could have enchanted the garrison itself, but they need to crew the garrison to be able to do anything with it, right? This can enchant a creature or a vehicle. I could have cast it on the garrison. But we still want the mountain. I thought I had another creature for that. I guess I don't. We're actually still pretty close to dead here. Because this can't go face. Which makes me sad. We must do the Chumpty Dumpty. What's up, unnamed? I can kill it with welding sparks here in a little bit. Okay, that's kind of fine. I gotta find a new way to kill him, but we can find a new way to kill him. Scrounger instep? Yeah, sure, why not? Seems good. We still don't need the scry, because, like, I want that mountain. Don't have another one to get, sadly. I should not be popping this right now. I just realized that because my maximum hand size is 2. I need to leave that in play. I'm bad and I feel bad. Dag nabbit. I think that means I'm better off with the Virtuoso. Because I'm going to take 2 damage here and go to 4. Meaning I need 2 chump blockers. That's a big mistake to make. If I was going to pop it, I should have set a stop for it, which is kind of what I had planned to do, was like pop it upkeep so it's a little less likely to draw a land sort of thing. Oh. Well, if they're going to do that, then I don't have to worry about this. And we're a little bit safer. So we're at 3, which sucks. I have heard that Ikoria starts on Thursday, Friday, and Sunday. None of which is today, which makes me sad. So to walk through where I made that mistake, I'm used to popping Renegade maps in upkeep. The last time I played with Renegade maps consistently, it was on Magic Online. Oh, this is close. This is real close. Oh, was it though? Was it though? That disintegration was unlicensed. Man, I'm feeling the pressure. But I'm feeling the pressure in a way that's okay. Because Kaladesh Remastered is not one of my favorite sets. I don't have to play it. If I want to play another draft for DraftHero, I can play AFR. This is a free draft. Worst case scenario, we're walking away with 50 gems and humiliated. It's an opportunity that I would like to not squander, because ideally, we would crush this and walk away with a bunch of gems. I'm not complaining, not by any stretch. It sucks to lose, but that's part of it. I remember liking this a lot when it was out best of 3. But I think Kaladesh is such a powerful format, it doesn't play well in best of 1. We've talked about that some, Chris, especially with these free drafts. Some of the signals can be really weird. $100K what? That's your goal, is to get to 100K gems and then just sit there? I like that plan, Dave. How many did you buy to start that off? Because that's a heck of a total. What's up, Sid? Glad to see you too. Dude, you're the draft hero then. It's pretty close though. They didn't give you that much, if I recall. I'm not popping this yet because I'd like to draw another land. So we may as well not take one out of the deck. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think I'm alright sending this at them and playing the Foundry's creature. I know what I'm going to discard when they pop that. I was thinking I need to scry to hit lands, but it looks like that's going along just fine on its own. So if we can win anything in this draft, it's good, right? It helped. Yeah, all right, let's get Glimmering, yo. I don't think I need that one, because I can hit the other land drop on my own and shuffle stuff back in if we need to. It's still an impressive total, Dave, but I think it does speak to the fact of, like, playing for 2 hours a night is way better than playing for 8 hours a day financially. It's something we could talk about in the Joy of Drafting Season 2. Well then. That was pretty good for them. And I know John had mentioned there's some people that probably enjoy that type of game. I suspect Dave is one of them. Renegade Will Smith. Renegade Will Smith has had enough of my crap. Do you still play a lot of Constructed, Dave? Relatable. Relatable. They're scared of my Scrounger. Works for me. There's a lot of reasons you could be high. So maybe we can win one, is all I'm saying. Man, I'm so stupid I don't even know they can crew that defensively. Can you believe that? I have no idea how vehicles work. Oh, they can do that? Now, I sold the bluff. I'm not going to swing team and then oops them. That seems a bit disingenuous. Yes, we will take that action and add its uniqueness to our own. I hope they don't kill it. What do we do now? Okay, when we draw that, this deck seems really good. Can I do both? Okay. Target an artifact. That one. Target a creature. That one. Just draw your mythic? Yeah. I wonder why I didn't figure that out sooner. Calendar were in game, then people could plan their purchases and not choose not to impulse spend. I could see where that would be bad. Pew pew. Do I have anything dead to bring this guy back with? I do not. So I don't know why I keep showing up there. Am I the dummy, or is this a mythic dummy? I'm not quite sure what you meant there, John. I suppose it could be both. I was hoping we'd get to the point where I could bounce it and do it again. But it would appear that is not the case. We gotta win! We didn't lose gold tier 1. I'm really just like having the losses early to spike drama. But like if we can get up to 3 wins, that's a big deal. That would be like 1,000 free gems for this account. That would be a colossal deal. All right, so that change means you can see the gem counts and the gold counts, which I think would be good. Yeah, we've got enough to keep drafting even if we lose. This was the free draft. It's okay, but I don't want to burn a whole lot of gems until Ikoria is out. The difference was Amonkhet Remastered I really liked. Kaladesh Remastered I kind of didn't. Wild cards really matter in free-to-play land? Why? Good morning, Nexus. Good to see you too. You can use your wild cards to eke out a few gems. How? Ah, okay. That had not occurred to me, but I suppose you could do that. Yeah, but I don't know that I can play this account enough to be able to get towards that, but we'll see. We'll see. All right, for now, we got to decide if we want to go Scrounger or Swooper first. Looks like it would be Swooper. Unless we just want our own Kingpin. But I think I'd rather Swooper into Kingpin and get the Scry. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, John. I didn't initially get it, but I do now. Yeah, I think I want the Kingpin in play. It sucks, but I don't need another 4-mana card advantage card. I need to hit a land drop. As far as we know, they're just a thing to kind of apologize for Jumpstart being late. We're going to have to block for a little bit, which is okay. I'm comfortable blocking. I don't really need you either. I wouldn't mind a couple more lands. You know what I'm saying? Well, that's an interesting part of it, Sevwall, is I don't think a lot of people in it know what they're doing, which means there's not really that much of an advantage for the people who do know what they're doing. Other than being able to recognize X card is strong, X card is less strong. I think they should at least do a free draft every set. Personally. And they cannot lie. Hiya. Flyer's still good. Don't want that. We're looking for some lands, and we're going to shuffle all of these things we've scryed to the bottom back in eventually. Doesn't really matter as I think I'm about to pop this, but sure, we could take the energy, make a servo, get some value out of that. You gonna try and mill me? Okay. Go get him, team. Bloody Gonti, eh? That's a fair and balanced magical card. Well, they could already have handled that if they wanted to with the Minister of Inquiries, which I kind of suspected they would do. But I think this is our plan now, so let's do it. I don't think they're going to mill me out. We're at 19. So I think it comes down a lot more to what did they need to draw than what do I need to draw, for example. All right, look at us. Gold tier 1 pip away. We're still winning some games. The DraftHero account is not dead. The third win is the significant one, right? If we get to 3, we're up 1,000 gems. That would be super swell. Ideally, we at least get to 5 and bump our rank up, because the goal isn't just to draft infinitely, although that's certainly part of it. It's to see if I can get to Mythic, Limited, free-to-play account. The buy-in for these is 1,500 gems. It's better to die with a stack of healing potions than using one, I always say. I agree with you there, Chris. Well, it's not a money sink, John. It's for good drafters. Isn't that what you say you want? Competitive draft? Why aren't you doing it? Oh, because I can read, Billy. I shouldn't tease chat too much. Y'all buy my lunch. Chase that Aether. These draws have been basically perfect. I think I need to try to play around. I need to try to get more value off of this welding sparks. I'm probably going to kill the Rampager, but I want to see if I can get them to use a fight spell first. Just really anything would be swell. I don't think they're going to, which means I have to do it now, so they can't build to last it. Sidekick Sid, thank you for the bits, and Spade Royal Flush, thank you for the Prime sub. Y'all spam some cats for Sid and Spade. Thank you both very much. Oh Lord, free-to-play account be hurting yo. Thank you for the lunch, Sid. Huh. We can afford soup this week. It's good. I like soup. If you enjoy Constructed, it can be fun. If you don't, it will be less fun. I can actually block their stuff now. That's a start. Rachel, thank you for the gift subs. Heck yeah. That should kick off a hype train. Chris, thank you for the bits. We are doing a subscriber push month, so this is much appreciated. We're at 553 sub points right now. I would love to see us get to 800. Thank y'all very much. I technically could attack for one, but I think we still pass here. I'm a bit nervous.
Jalokivi tulostin menee.
Put this towards the better soup.
Okay. Don't want to give them any counters. Okay, that's pretty good. It's pretty good. Don't pass that when you see it. And you can generally scoop up your cards when your opponent has it. For a free draft, this is okay. But that's essentially game over there. All right, so again, I want to explain. I don't think we're going to do any more Kaladesh for the Draft Hero. I don't love Kaladesh. I found it to be swingy. It's not my favorite for... Well, original Kaladesh was a lot of fun. Kaladesh remastered in Best of 1, I am not enjoying this experience. That's okay. It's a free draft. We got 250 gems for free. The account is happy to have that. But I suspect that we're going to finish out these quests doing AFR. We will see. A special thank you to my patrons. I appreciate you guys and gals supporting the work that I'm doing so that I can continue to bring you series like Draft Hero, The Joy of Drafting, and just draft videos every day. Thank you very much, patrons. If you'd like to see your name up in lights and become a patron as well, there's a link for you down below.